Guys, we are back.
I'm a little empty, but
I'm empty too, so this is gonna be the last video.
Last
Who's this guy back here?
the hired help.
Bartender and mortgage guy.
It's like watch what's happening live, right?
Yeah.
So this is actually a very important guy. This is the guy that's gonna
I'd like to think so.
loan you probably hundreds of thousands of dollars.
So
this is Mark
The
Scarrett.
middleman.
Yeah, he's with Fidelity Mortgage. He's one of our really good lender referrals. Really the guy we always send our buyers to, and you'll learn that process once you reach out to us. But let's talk a little bit about a topic that I don't know, would you say it's controversial, or about basically, how it's super important to, when you're making such a big purchase like this, who you work with.
I think that is key, and I think just being fully transparent. We are all in the referral and sales business, so it's very competitive, and we recognize and understand that who you choose to represent you in your home buying or selling transaction is key. Yeah. But in saying that, wouldn't you want to work with people who actually have your best interest in mind?
Know what they're doing.
And know what they're doing. Because trust me, in Georgia, there are a lot of agents who just studied, remember, what they had in the past, and they got a license. But that doesn't mean that they are the best qualified agents to represent you. That doesn't mean that they're going to provide you with a team of referrals, like our lender referral here, to really handhold you throughout the process to make sure that once you are pre-approved, like our job is to make sure that you successfully close on the loan, but most importantly, to make sure that it's as easy and as smooth of a process as it can possibly be for your own situation.
And Mark, let's talk a little bit about it, because Mark is not like an official team member because, he works for Fidelity, but you work with a lot of agents. So talk a little bit about maybe some experiences you have on the lending side, why it's super important to have the right agents, for you.
Choosing a realtor is not just about someone who writes a contract. I recommend these guys. There are a lot of good agents in town, but there's also a lot of people that are part-timers. They have another career and they do this on the side. I recommend when people are choosing an agent to use people that are doing well and knowledgeable, because a mistake in real estate is a costly mistake.
Very costly.
If they pressure you to buy the first house that you see so they can make their mortgage payment, that's probably not in your best interest. It also, once you write a contract, if there are disagreements between you and the seller, you want somebody on your side that knows what they're doing.
It does happen.
So I recommend these two guys, but whomever you use somebody that's not part-time or a friend of a relative that sells a few houses a year.
There's a lot of those, actually.
It may work out, but if there is an issue, you may pay a costly mistake.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that, Atlanta, just like New York or LA or any big city, there are a huge amount, of agents out there. And then you watch these shows, who knows, we may be in one day ourselves, but the $1 million listings, the flipper flops, Atlanta and LA, and they make it look so easy, right? In 30 minutes, to make this transaction happen.
But there's a lot that's going on behind the scenes there's a lot that goes on behind the scenes when we're representing our clients. I think, from negotiations to, it's what comes out of the inspection report, closing costs. We basically are fighting for our clients like you guys are our family members. So I kind of look at it as you don't really need to hire your husband's friend's brother who's an agent, because we're going to treat you like your family already, and we don't even have to have the blood connection
at all. And we always have to say and remind people, having a buyer agent, especially on the buyer side, is no cost to you, because the commission is always paid for by the builder or the seller or everything. So, where in life do you have, free advice on the lending side to get you there, to get you to a mortgage, free advice and helping you every step of the way to purchase your biggest asset? And you have to remember that whether it's an on-site agent or the listing agent, is their fiduciary, what's the word? I've had like 5 of these.
Fiduciary
responsibility is to the person that they're representing, the seller.
Yeah.
So it's super, super important to have a very knowledgeable all-around lender, agents, contacts like private home inspections, like you said. Mark has great contacts for the appraisers, closing attorneys.
You just want somebody that is going to be transparent with you, and someone that is going to fight for your deal as much as you need us to fight for your deal.
Yeah.
You don't want someone that is going to treat your deal as it's just one of many that they may have in their pipeline. So depending on how much time they have to devote to your deal, that's going to determine the level of service you get. You don't want that. You want somebody that every deal that comes across to us is treated with the same priority. So whether you are a home buyer that is looking for the $1 million home, or you're the home buyer that you're the first time home buyer and you're trying to get into the $200,000 home, we are going to make each deal, and we have made each deal our priority of making sure that we close that successfully, that we make sure that the process that you're a part of is running as smoothly and as fluid as possible. And we have a great relationship with Mark, as we pointed out a number of times, to where
super important
when things do hit bumps in the road,
and they will,
and they oftentimes do. I mean, this is a very complicated process, but we will reach out to Mark, and it could be 11 o'clock at night, it could be midnight, but your deal is our priority. So whenever we need to reach out to figure out what's going wrong and how to get it back on track, we do that. And unfortunately, I wish I could give more credit to our fellow agents, but not every agent that represents their clients is going to put in the time after, let's say, it's 6 o'clock. I'll check on that tomorrow. Good luck if you have one of those. And lenders too. Good luck if you have a lender or you have an agent where after 6 o'clock, they're telling you, I'll let you know tomorrow morning. You can reach out to us, Mark and Curt, Great Homes ATL, and we would never just brush you off in a way that would make you feel like you're not a priority, because it's not just about the sale, it's not just about the commission, it's about you trusting us with helping you purchase the biggest investment of what's probably going to be within your life. So
let's get the bartender to speak a little bit about.
I can tell you, I think that one of the things, a common scenario is, let's say that a client is working with an agent, and they find a new home subdivision. So they already know what house they're going to buy and they're going to build. And the listing agent is going to say, hey, well, if you just come to us directly, we're going to knock off a little money. But you have to remember, she's legally obligated, she or he is legally obligated to represent the builder. So through the entire time that you're building the house, they're representing the builder, not you. That's why it's important to have your own agent to stand up for your
best
concerns and issues.
And also that too, because we were talking about that off camera too, is, a lot of these builders, or there's some built-in relationships with the lenders and the builders. It's very important that, there's nothing more important, because, interest rates are pretty much, right, Mark, tied to the treasury and everything like that. So things are not going to fluctuate. If you have a 740 credit score, your interest rate is not going to be 5% with Bank of America and 4% with, Mark's team. What you're really looking for is the customer service, who's going to give you the best program, because a lot of times these builders are marking up the price of the house up to get you the closing costs, on the back end. So it's really about, some situations it makes sense to work with the preferred lender, but there's a lot of programs, like for instance, that you wouldn't even know about unless you've talked to Mark or other, good lenders, or working with good agents to really give you the holistic picture. It's not so much of, let me go look at this house, get you under contract, you sign the paperwork on, goodbye, never see you again. Like, that's not what you're getting with Mark. Mark, we just closed, on a deal Friday, and he's still working even after the deal to work out some issues about trying to get somebody on a title. So those are the type of things that you're going to get with Mark, you're going to get with us, in that, it's
you're not treated like a number.
End.
You're just not treated as a number, and you're not just treated as the next transaction. And once the transaction is closed, we forget about you, don't call us, we won't call you.
Right.
That is not at all what we promote. That is not at all.
Not who we work with.
That's not who we work with.
Yeah.
That's not who we refer people to.
Yeah.
And I think that this video is important. I think just to put that out there because
it comes from the heart. Yeah.
It comes from the heart. We are transparent. We don't know it all. We know a lot.
Right.
I know a lot. I can't speak for you, but I know a lot. No, we know a lot collectively. But I will say that in following social media and just keeping up with who's doing what, there are a lot of people now that have a platform, whether it's they've been on TV already, or they've been on they have a song out or something, and they're using that platform to now jump into the world of real estate.
They're experts,
and now they're real estate experts.
Right.
When just do some fact checking. Right. How credible do you think those people are, or how trustworthy do you think those people are going to be when it comes to handling your deal?
Right.
When really all they're trying to do is leverage their wide platform in some cases to just jump into another market that they really have no knowledge and experience about.
Right. You want to talk a little bit about that? Yeah.
Well, what I see a lot, I mean, if you buy a new construction home, 9 times out of 10, the builder is going to say you need to use my mortgage company or I won't pay closing costs. Now, I've had people I've talked to that I said, that's what you should do. It's just too much money. But realize that money's already added to your price. Yep. So they're basically giving you back your money that you financed. And depending on how much it is, and you're going to pay a premium and rate for that with their lender. Yep. But what I would tell you is to check it out, whether it's with me or somebody else, and compare. Sure. Because, if they're paying a lot of money, maybe it's a choice you need to make. Right. But you're probably going to end up with a higher rate with a builder's lender.
Right. And remember, like in most cases, you're in a 30-year mortgage, right? Now, some people may stay the whole 30 years, some people may not. But like he said, for maybe a savings of $3,000, $5,000 up front, you're going to pay that and some over a 5, 7, 10-year period. So the overall lesson, guys, right? And I think this was a good conversation because it's from the heart. It's who we are. It's who we work with. We care about you, and we care about making sure that you're protected in the biggest purchase and asset that you're going to have in life. So with that, I think we should end with a cheer. I think we're all out of alcohol.
We're all out of alcohol.
Geez, you guys
no more from me, no more.
All right. So Mark will be back for some future videos, but more importantly, hit us up with a DM, give us a call. As you can see, he's a great guy, easy to talk to, knowledgeable.
And let us know, I always say this at the end of the video, let us know if any of the topics that we've covered in the videos, if it didn't address your question and you have additional questions, shoot them in the comments below. Let us know what those are, and maybe we'll actually get Mark to come back for a live. I might have to come
as
back
long as there's more alcohol.
I might have to come back on alcohol because if you know,
promise me another mojito.
So yeah, definitely shoot your comments, shoot your questions below in the video. If we didn't answer something that you want answered, DM us, comment, however you need to get your question across, and we will do our best to make sure that we answer it and address it.
Don't be scared.
Don't be scared.
Don't be scared. We're here for you.
Great, all right, guys. Fidelity Mortgage. Thank you, Mark.
Thanks, Mark. This is totally empty. All right.
Cheers, guys.
See, totally empty.
Cheers.